Ever wondered why a brilliant new strategy from the CEO just fizzles out? Or why a big, exciting company-wide change never seems to gain any real traction? You might think the problem lies at the very top, with leadership. But what if I told you the real power, the real make-or-break point in any organization, is hidden in plain sight? It's not the executives, it's the middle managers. Let's get one thing straight. Executives are crucial. They set the vision, they point the ship in a certain direction. They stand on stage and announce the grand plan. But here's the reality check. That grand plan doesn't just magically happen. It has to travel from the executive suite down to the front lines, and it passes through a critical, often invisible bottleneck, the middle management layer. This is where strategy gets translated into action. Think of it like this. An executive might say, "We need to be more innovative." But it's the middle manager who decides what innovative actually means for their team. They decide which projects get the green light, which deadlines are treated as serious, and which new initiatives are quietly, deprioritized until they fade away. They are the ultimate interpreters of the corporate script. Researchers even have a name for this: translation power. No strategy is ever implemented exactly as it was written on paper. It gets filtered, adapted, and sometimes completely reshaped by the people who are closest to the actual work. Your team leader, your department head, they have an incredible amount of influence. They control the flow of information, both upwards and downwards. They decide which problems get escalated to leadership and, just as importantly, how those problems are framed. So, over time, executives aren't responding to the raw reality of the business. They're responding to the version of reality that their middle managers present to them. It's a curated view. This creates a powerful feedback loop that can either accelerate progress or grind it to a halt. And then there are incentives. What are most middle managers rewarded for? Stability, predictability, and hitting their targets. They are masters of risk avoidance. So, when a bold, disruptive strategy comes down from on high that threatens their stable, predictable world, what happens? You don't usually see open rebellion. You see something far more subtle. You see caution. You see requests for more data. You see delays. The ambitious reform gets bogged down in complexity, not because anyone is actively trying to kill it, but because its implementation clashes with the deeply ingrained incentives of the people meant to carry it out. This is why so many corporate reorganizations fail to deliver on their promise, and why even the most visionary leaders can get frustrated by a lack of progress. They're trying to steer the ship from the bridge, but the people in the engine room are the ones controlling the speed and the actual mechanics of movement. Beyond just projects and priorities, middle managers are the architects of company culture. You can have all the inspiring mission statements and core values you want plastered on the office walls. But culture isn't what's written down, it's what's practiced every single day. The real norms around communication, effort, accountability, and teamwork are set and enforced by middle managers. Their daily actions and reactions tell employees what is truly valued, far more than any all-hands meeting ever could. When a company is firing on all cylinders, it's almost always because its middle managers are aligned with the strategy and empowered to execute it effectively. When a company is failing, it's often due to a quiet, spreading misalignment at this crucial level. So, the next time you see a big corporate announcement, don't just watch the CEO, watch the middle managers. Executives might be the most visible figures in an organization, but middle managers are the most decisive. True power doesn't live where strategies are written. It lives where they are interpreted. And, in almost every company, that's in the middle. Thanks so much for watching. If this gave you a new perspective on how organizations really work, hit that like button and subscribe for more insights. See you in the next one.